We would film a scene from the beginning of the first movie in the morning. We'd have lunch and then film a scene from the end of the second movie. It's crazy.
And it becomes a complicated chess game, which has to be resolved by a director who is doing his homework as best he can based on 250 pages of script.
The nuances of it for the actors and Bill are that they each have to create their own emotional journeys for two separate movies.
If you're shooting part one, you gotta completely ignore anything that you've already done in part two because it hasn't happened yet.
It was all about prepping my script and everything. I've got Post-it notes and sticky notes and different color markers, and I can look back and pull a tab and it says, this is what's happened, this is what happens after, and this is what's happening now. Bella, are you okay?
It was difficult, but we had Bill Condon there with us, you know, to help us along the way. We had Stephanie.
The idea that we were going to be doing this for half a year did seem a little overwhelming, but I think it was right because it is one story, you know? It is truly not two movies. It's a long story that's cut in half.
L'amore ci mantiene giovane. Edward and Bella are to be married.
Cut. And cut. Cut.
For the first time, I'm producing the movie as well as being the writer of the source material.
It's been a real natural progression in terms of her involvement. Each movie has been a real step forward in terms of kind of how collaboratively she's been involved in the making of the film.
She's tried to fire me. How many times have you tried to fire me? After every movie, she tries to fire me. Peter's not following the rules.
Really, the producer title hasn't changed much. I was really involved, particularly with New Moon and Eclipse.
Whenever we have questions about mythology, whether she was physically there or not, we were calling her, you know, and emailing her, and she's looking at all the footage too. So now she's just there in the moment.
It is different having to worry so much about the weather and like, are we going to be able to shoot tomorrow? That's a new experience.